So there's a new feature in Gemini app called Study and Learn Notebooks. And the whole idea is that these are targeted at people who are learning something. So think if you're like a college student or just whatever kind of student, or you're studying for a professional certification or just something where you're studying and we're learning something. And it will basically assess where you are with the topic now. It will create lessons for you to learn whatever you need to with it. It will give you quizzes after each lesson, and it maintains a dashboard to kind of track your progress. So let me show you how to kind of get started with these. So you're going to want to go to gemini.google.com. And then if you're not logged in with a Google account somewhere else, you'll have to log in here. And then you're going to go to the sidebar on the left and expand that. And then under notebooks, you're going to just do a new notebook and get rid of the panel here. So now you have a new option and it's study and learn. So select that and then it says here, get custom lessons and track your progress. Then you want to come up top and then you want to let it know what you're studying. I'll need a random topic. I don't know. Let's do dressage. Dressage, if you're not familiar, is I don't even know how to really explain it. I don't know a ton about it. It's like competition horse dancing. I think it's an Olympic thing, but full disclosure, I don't know a ton about dressage. I know it exists. So let's see. Let's learn it together. So there you go. It needs more information. What's the primary study goal? Perfecting your writing technique, or blah, blah, blah. And okay, so if you have any sources, so in this case, like a trainer's notes or an official rule book, you can actually upload those. So if you have like a syllabus for whatever you might be studying, if you have a textbook, if you have some kind of notes, if you have whatever you may have, you can actually upload those and then Gemini can use that to tailor your lessons to whatever you need to learn. Primary study goal, I'll just say that I'm currently a beginner and want to learn more about it. Why not? Okay, so it asks you a couple of questions and then you answer the questions and then it will update your notebook. So now it's telling me to head back to my notebook and see what it did. So now we come back in and let's see. Okay, so, and I always have the option up here to add my sources. So if I have notes after whichever lesson, I can put them in here. Or if I get a new syllabus or new book or new whatever, I can always add that in here. And now there's a quiz here to see where to focus the learning. There are some lessons that are already in here, and then there are some more lessons down here. Now let's take the quiz. Again, I know virtually nothing about this, so this will probably be interesting. Okay, so this gives me an interactive quiz. It looks like I have 15 questions, and then I can expand a hint if I want one, and then this Gemini thing. Okay, so this lets me ask Gemini if I have a question. Again, I don't really know anything about dressage, so I'm just gonna go through the quiz here to see what happens when I get to the end. So if I get an answer wrong, it'll show me the right answer. So now last question, and now we're done. And I got 4 out of 15. And okay, so I unlocked 2 new strengths and 10 new focus areas. And then it updated my notebook. I can review the quiz, and that'll just let me go back through everything. Let's close that and then go back to the notebook. Okay, so now I have this little, I don't know, progress area here, and it says has the topics that I'm strong in, and then my focus areas. So now I can click on any of these. Okay. And then let's see. So again, like this is really just to kind of get you started. I will click on a lesson to show you what that looks like. Okay, so then we come in here and it's mostly text and a couple of pop-up boxes. Okay, so yeah, this is, this will take maybe 10, 15 minutes if I want to go through, and if I have questions, I can ask them, and then I can keep learning, go to another lesson. I can take a quiz about what I just learned to, test my recall or just kind of see how I've learned or grown in that area. And then I can always go back to my updated notebook. Okay, so I think this is well put together. So it's like if I had whichever topic, if I'm studying for a test or a certification or whatever thing, and then like I put in the syllabus, and then I know that I need to learn these areas by this date. I can specify all that, and then I can just kind of come in here, and then however much I want, I can go through a lesson, take a quiz, go through a lesson, take a quiz, ask whatever questions, then just keep repeating it, and then just keep kind of strengthening the areas that I need. So, I like how this is set up. It's not the normal just give me the answer, just give me the answer thing. This is really set up for you to actually learn. It tells you where you're strong. It tells you where you need to focus because you don't know anything about it, etc. So yeah, I like it. So just going back and recapping the whole thing, it's just gemini.google.com, and then you expand the sidebar, and then you create a new notebook, and you choose study and learn, and then you put in the topic you want. It will ask you a couple of questions to see what you actually want to learn about it and what your goals are, and then it'll do initial assessment. And then it will just keep updating your notebook. So however well or poorly you do on the assessment, it'll track that, and it'll break down your topic into different study areas, and it'll track where you're strong, it'll track where you're weak, and then it'll create lessons pretty much dynamically as you need them. And keep in mind, this is Gemini and it's a notebook, so these sync with NotebookLM. So if you wanted to go into NotebookLM and then bring up the same notebook and then create, NotebookLM artifacts, maybe you're more comfortable in that interface, you could do that. You can usually create most of the same artifacts in Gemini app, but again, you might be more comfortable in NotebookLM, so you do still have that option. But yeah, I think this is a really interesting addition, and I think people can get a lot of use out of it. So if that's interesting to you, try it out. And thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.